Oh, that's better.
All right.
I was just having the most horrible dream.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. What is it?
Well, a dream is a series of images, memories in your subconscious. Some could be quite
I
pleasant.
wanted to know what the dream was about.
Yes, that.
Oh, I dreamt that Coloma had been besieged by a horrifying ghost. He wore a pumpkin on his head.
Oh, no. Clara, I hate to tell you, but all of that is actually happening.
This doesn't surprise me in the least.
Doesn't?
No, we mystical people often have dreams that come true.
Well, unless you began dreaming about 3 weeks ago.
I wouldn't put it faster.
Yes. That's when our trouble with this Gorder noggin, as Mrs. Waldecott calls it, began.
Wow, what do you know? Well, come to think of it, I was just speaking with them.
Huh.
Well, when?
Oh, yes, Clara, think. When was it?
Oh, I remember. I was coming back to my cart after using the outhouse. I remember this because it was getting dark, and I forgot my lantern, my Sears and Roebuck's catalog, and he was speaking with some young bratty girl. She went away, along with my headache. And I was going to, refresh
Clara!
And I saw him speaking with 2 children, over there.
Children?
A bratty young girl? Well, I wonder what all of this means.
What this means, Mayor, is Coloma has exactly one way out of this mess.
Look, everyone, it's Pumpkinhead!
Now, my precious folks, where might my money be? You pay me money, and I won't scare you all out of town. Is that not the arrangement?
Mrs. Waldecott!
That was fun.
Ghostly haunting.
Ghostly haunting? More like ghastly. And I just stressed the word gas.
How dare you?
Mrs. Waldecott, at last, maybe now we can get to the bottom of this.
Oh yeah, maybe you want to explain to Herr Mayor exactly what has been going on here. After all, was a very terribly scary specter, Gorgonoggin. Or should I say, Gaston Windbag. Gaston Windbag, Gaston Windbag. Oh yeah.
I don't know who this Gaston Windbag fellow is, although I'm sure he's a charming, handsome fellow. I am the ghost Pumpkinhead.
Well, regardless of whatever name you chose, since when do ghosts and specters bring dyspepsia and heartburn with them from the afterlife?
Oh, that's right. When I am speaking with him, in my dream, he was burping then too.
And even when Mrs. Waldecott grabbed him.
They're both right.
Yeah, so this guy is the fellow who is scaring all of the merchants into giving them money.
That's
Money,
right.
money, yeah.
Why, the merchants have been receiving cryptic messages demanding a weekly stipend in written form, I might add.
Yeah, do you want to see something very neat?
Sure.
Yeah, you do? Yodelaki-hoo! Oh, look, here she is! Selenico! Yay!
Who are these children?
Well, I think I can answer that, Mrs. Noah. These children here are the assistants of our villain, Mr. Pumpkinhead.
Well, what sort of assistance, lackey?
Well, they told me that they were enlisted to bring letters to and from the hideout that our villain was hiding out in.
That's about right. He said he'd pay each of us a small amount of breaks out of the orphanage he found us in, if we did what he told us.
Indeed, we are the means by which this man has kept up the ruse that Pumpkinhead had the otherworldly ability to appear in multiple locations at the same time.
Oh, yeah, the smart one has a point. I had been wondering how all of the businesses had letters delivered at the same time. After all, this fellow is no Papa Holiday.
Lackey, Papa Holiday.
Oh, she's saying that Pumpkinhead is no know Father Christmas.
Yeah, I just said that.
Come on, she doesn't even speak English. Who are you lot gonna believe? Me or her? Well, of course you are.
There is one other person who could shed some light on this situation.
Oh, no, you don't mean.
Unfortunately for all of us pinched, I do indeed.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the sister of our village.
And a nightmare in her own right.
The one, the only, Minnie Windbag. Oh, she's so cute.
Hi, Gaston.
Don't you outgasting me, you traitor! What did you do? You promised her a pony and you held... No, wait, no, tell me. It was a diamond tiara, wasn't it?
No, that is so much work. We just had Lackey buy her some ice cream from the general store. She sang like a tweet mouse. Tweet, 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 tweet. Secrets.
See, Gaston, I told you there's ice cream somewhere.
Miss Windbag was happy to elaborate on the rest of our villain's devilish plot.
And what was that?
Oh, he broke these orphans out of their orphanage in order to use them for cheap labor.
This day and age.
They should.
Oh, don't forget the rest ice cream, lady.
The rest.
Minnie, you do understand that Ice Cream Lady is not her real name, correct?
She bought me ice cream. What do I care what anyone else calls her?
She was able to confirm that our villain does in fact suffer from dyspepsia.
That a doctor has prescribed medication for.
Which he almost always forgets to take.
Causing him constant gas when he becomes agitated.
Yeah, which explains all of the things that go burping tonight. After all, every time he showed up to threaten us, he was burping and also smiling in this same fashion.
That handles the mystery of our spooky specter.
Yeah, are you ready? I think it's time for the unmasking of our villain. A quarter now.
Yes, well, I would have gotten away with it if not for these meddling kids and this unibrow freak.
You're not so bad yourself, handsome. But maybe you have something to say to these kind people.
Minnie, I think you've got something to say for them.
It's you.
Not that.
Curses, spoiled again.
I don't do this all afternoon.
Oh, what? Oh,
I
come on.
can finish the show with this and this and
Oh, Mrs. Waldecott, you've done it.
What did I do?
Well, you stopped the villain.
Oh, yeah, I did.
You saved the town and you saved the election. In fact, I might even win.
Well, I'm not begging for you.
But I wouldn't be so sure about that. He's the only one on the ballot.
Yes, I know.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I may just run for office someday myself.
Clara, how many ballots do you see on your card? That's what I thought. Now then, Mrs. Waldecott, how can we ever repay you?
Oh, by keeping Speck as snug as a bug in a rug. It's a livery stables.
Oh, yes. That was the agreement. Consider it done.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, maybe you want to take Miss Lackey and also this villain and go to Hangtown. Go see the sheriff. I'm sure she.
Yes.
I'm sure someone has some words to say to her. Off you go.
But do they have food there?
Well, I do believe we feed our prisoners in the jail, yes.
Then I'm going too.
Suit yourself.